dieta que se hace, tengo que de todas maneras marcar el peso, pero pues tengo ese margen, ¿no?, de estar acostumbrado a dar 155, 154. Creo que mentalmente me siento más cómodo.
The question was about the weight, and then he says, look, I still got to cut weight, I still got to work and train to cut weight, but I have that margin where now it's not 54, 55, where I was obviously killing myself to make the weight. Now there's a little bit of margin for that additional pounds, but I'm still working to cut weight. And I feel very comfortable.
Do you feel this is a bigger fight for you than when you fought Floyd Mayweather?
Pues mira, he estado en grandes peleas. La pelea con Floyd Mayweather fue una pelea muy grande, obviamente a muy corta edad también mía, una experiencia grandísima en ese momento para mí, y pues en otras grandes peleas he estado también, pero esta la tomo como la más grande. Creo que es similar a la de Floyd Mayweather, o si no es que más, por lo que se ha llevado a cabo alrededor de la pelea, ¿no? Tantas cosas. Creo que puede ser un poco más grande.
Look, the Floyd Mayweather fight was very big, and it was a big event. And at my short age at the time, it was one of the biggest events and most important. But today, and I've been in other big events, I've been in other big fights. But this fight, yes, because of all the surroundings, all the back and forths, everything that was involved to make this fight, I think so. I think this is the biggest fight at this moment, and it came at a right moment.
Well, Canelo, did you think that you fought Mayweather too young? You were too young for that fight, or was that a fight that you look back on that you learned a lot of things from?
Pues estaba demasiado joven cuando peleaste con Floyd, o es una pelea que ahora refleja dices, bueno, aprendí mucho de esa pelea.
Sí, sin duda aprendí mucho de esa pelea, pero creo que esa noche me ganó la experiencia, sin duda me ganó la experiencia, estaba muy joven, creo que necesitaba estar involucrado en peleas grandes, en eventos más grandes para poder tener la experiencia esa que tuve en esa noche, ¿no? Pero aprendí muchas cosas, creo que no la tomo como una derrota, sino como un aprendizaje.
No, most definitely I was too young, and obviously, it showed. But there, I can say that what won was the experience. But I learned a lot from that fight. So I don't take it today as a defeat. I take it as an experience. I learned a lot from that fight.
Why do you think, even this week, a lot of these interviews and a lot of these comments continue to go back and talk about Mayweather and McGregor? Why do you think that fight still kind of resonates in people's minds instead of this fight? We still hear in interviews people talking about that fight, what happened there.
No.
Why is that?
Porque es reciente. Normalmente una pelea que genera ese tipo de expectativas reciente sigue generando después pero pues es normal.
Because it's a recent fight, a fight like that, and an event like that, that creates so much expectations prior is normal when it's so recent.
Canelo, tu opinión acerca del estilo mexicano de Gennady Golovkin.
Yo creo que para mí, en lo personal, quizás otros piensen diferente. Para mí no existe en sí un estilo mexicano, no un patrón. ¿Por qué? Porque si tú ves Salvador Sánchez, Gilberto Román, Julio Cesar Chavez, otro tipo de peleadores pelean diferentes, no todos tienen un patrón de estar peleando igual, ¿no? Y como lo dijo aquí mi amigo Roberto, el estilo mexicano no gana peleas, el mexicano es el que gana las peleas. Entonces, creo que no sé a qué se refiera que tiene un estilo mexicano, si es porque tiene un entrenador mexicano, pero eso no lo hace tener un estilo mexicano.
The question was, what can you tell us about all the talk that's been said about the Mexican style that Gennady brings? And he says, look, there is no one pattern of a Mexican style. Mexican fighter doesn't fight just one way. The example for many years, Salvador Sánchez was a boxer, Gilberto Román, Julio Cesar Chavez, they didn't all fight the same. And the example he said is like it was said earlier, Roberto, I said that Mexican style doesn't win fights. Mexicans win fights.
¿Por qué crees que pueda ser esta pelea una de las mejores de la historia?
Por los estilos, es un peleador, él es un peleador agresivo, es un peleador que va hacia adelante siempre queriendo acabar a sus rivales. Es un estilo que le gusta pelear también, pero es un contragolpeador, entonces eso hace un estilo perfecto para que sea una gran pelea. Eso es lo que yo espero. Espero una pelea muy dura, pero creo que por eso respondiendo a tu pregunta, creo que por eso puede ser una de las mejores.
Why can it go down as one of the best fights ever? And he said, because of styles. He has a very aggressive style. He comes in search to destroy you. He comes in search of a knockout. You know me, I don't back down. I'm a counter puncher. I like to fight, and I think it's a no miss because of the styles. It has all the ingredients to be one of the best fights ever.
If it has that ingredient to be one of the best fights ever and it ends up a great fight Saturday, a lot of people think that there will be 2 and 3 of those because you guys match up so well. Given his age, if that were to be the case, do you think it would have to happen pretty quickly if that was ever to come true because he's 30 in his mid-30s?
Puede pasar, ¿no? Por los estilos, creo que si la gente quiere otra pelea puede pasar y rápido, no necesitamos esperar, pero creo que siempre hay que esperar cómo se desarrolla la primera pelea para poder hablar de una segunda, pero si es muy buena la pelea y la gente quiere ver otra, pues yo no tengo problema en hacerla rápido.
Yes, it is very possible. It all depends really how the first fight goes before we could talk about a second fight. But if the fans, if the people want to see it, I have no problem to do it right away. Time period, time restraints won't be an issue.
As long as it's a good fight, you want to, even though he doesn't have a rematch option, do you have a rematch if it's a close fight?
Claro que sí.
Absolutely, I have no problem.
Do you want to be remembered in the same regard as Chavez, the great Mexican fighters, and do you think this fight will help you to do that?
Pues mira, yo creo que son tiempos diferentes, ¿no? Él tiene su historia, yo estoy haciendo la mía y obviamente yo respeto mucho lo que él hizo. Yo quiero hacer mi propia historia y obviamente quiero quedar entre los grandes de boxeo mexicano.
Look, it was different times. I totally respect what he's done and his history and what he wrote. I'm writing my history now, and I'm trying to go down as one of the greatest in Mexico as well.
Canelo, are you at your peak now, or do you feel like you're still getting better and better?
Repeat the question.
I said, do you feel you're at your peak now, or do you feel like you're getting better all the time still?
Creo que puedo mejorar. Estoy en un buen momento de mi carrera, de mi boxeo, lo que he aprendido, pero creo que puedo mejorar aún más.
I believe that I'm still learning, and I can learn more. I'm at a good point in my career, but definitely I still am growing.
So, you fought a lot of top guys like Lara, Trout, Mayweather, and the only guy that Golovkin's really fought that everyone really regards as an A-level fighter is Jacobs. How big of an experience advantage do you think that has? And how is that going to play out in the fight?
Tú has peleado con grandes peleadores, grandes rivales. El único rival que él realmente ha tenido de clase A es Gennady Jacobs. ¿Cómo crees que eso se va a afectar en la experiencia que tiene?
Pues mira, yo creo que es importante tener experiencia con peleadores de nivel, de primer nivel. Yo tengo ya muchas peleas de este tipo y creo que es un punto muy importante, siempre para la experiencia de un boxeador tener este tipo de peleas, pero creo que él ha estado mucho tiempo involucrado en el boxeo, ¿no? Desde el amateur, muchas peleas, ahora profesional, pero creo que en ese sentido sí creo que tengo un poco más de experiencia.
Yes, absolutely. It's important to have that type of level of experience. He has a lot of experience from the amateur days to now. I mean, all the professional fights, he has a lot of fights. But I have to say that I have the edge when it comes to the level of opposition.
Canelo, what would be one key to winning this fight against
Creo que no solo existe una, hay muchas maneras de ganar, ¿no? Obviamente estar atento siempre, no ser un blanco fijo, atacarlo. Obviamente voy a tener que arriesgarlo para poder golpear al cuerpo o a la cabeza, pero hacerlo de una manera pensando, no nomás por hacerlo, no hay que pensar para poder atacarlo y penetrar y poder penetrar con mi golpe.
I don't think there's one key. I think there's several keys, and it just has to, unfold during the bout. I got to be thinking. There's going to be moments I have to take risks to attack his body, attack his head. Those are risks. But there's not just one key. There's several keys that I have to be thinking. Not be a target for him to be able to just hit. So it's going to unfold as the rounds go on.
There's a lot of talk at the moment about after this fight, and it goes really well for you, you could be rated among the greatest middleweights of all time. As it stands, who do you think is the greatest middleweight ever?
Si ganas esta pelea, mucha gente está hablando que vas a ser considerado uno de los mejores medianos de toda la historia. En este momento, ¿quién consideras tú uno de los mejores medianos de toda la historia?
No, bueno, hay muchos. Creo que considerar a uno en particular sería una falta de respeto para muchos campeones que hay, muchas leyendas que hay. En el peso mediano está Roberto, son muchas leyendas en ese peso, y creo que considerar a uno sería una falta de respeto para ellos, ¿no? Hay muchos grandes peleadores que ha habido en ese peso.
No, to single out one or to pick one right now, I think would be disrespectful to many, because that division has had great champions, great, in the history. Duran, Zon, Hagler, so many to name. So to pick one would be unfair to the rest.